The Galactic Council Hall stretched as far as the eye could see. Its walls glowed with strange, shifting lights, and massive banners of countless alien empires hung from the ceiling. Hundreds of alien leaders sat in towering chairs, their eyes glowing in colors humans could not imagine. Silence filled the hall, but it was the kind of silence that carried tension, heavy and sharp. Every species in the galaxy had gathered here. Every voice mattered. Every decision could change the future. At the center of the hall, a giant holographic screen flickered to life. The council members leaned forward, curious. The image on the screen was simple yet shocking, a small, blue planet spinning slowly in the void. Earth. You mean that tiny rock? A tall, green-skinned alien with 4 arms hissed. His voice trembled slightly. The humans. They cannot possibly be a threat to us. Do not underestimate them, said another, shorter alien, covered in iridescent scales. We have reports, disturbing reports. Humans are growing. Their technology, their fleets, it is advancing faster than we ever imagined. A murmur ran through the room. Some aliens tilted their heads in disbelief. Others whispered to each other, fear creeping into their words. Humans were always unpredictable. Always emotional. Always dangerous in ways the galaxy did not understand. Suddenly, a new message arrived. A sharp, metallic voice echoed through the hall. Galactic Council, urgent warning. Terran forces have doubled their fleet strength. They have completed the development of weapons never seen before. Estimated response time to intrusion, immediate. Do not engage without extreme caution. The room went silent again. A few aliens blinked their glowing eyes rapidly. One by one, the council members exchanged nervous looks. This cannot be true, hissed the green-skinned alien. They are supposed to be primitive. Their planet is tiny. Their history is short. How can they suddenly become so strong? The reports are verified, said the iridescent-scaled alien. Sensors confirm their fleets. Scouts confirm new energy weapons. And most importantly, their leaders are fearless. They are willing to fight any empire that dares threaten them. Fear hung in the air like a thick fog. The council had seen many empires rise and fall. But never had they seen a species like this, small, fragile, and yet utterly fearless. A massive, shadowy figure at the head of the hall leaned forward. Its voice rumbled like distant thunder. Enough speculation. This is no longer a minor matter. Earth must be watched. Earth must be contained. No fleet, no scout, no diplomat may enter Terran space without our express permission. From this moment, the planet is forbidden. A collective gasp echoed through the hall. Some aliens stared at the holographic image of Earth in shock. Others clenched their claws or fists in disbelief. For centuries, no empire had ever been forbidden to enter another planet's space. It was unheard of. But the council had made a decision that changed everything. Forbidden, a small, bird-like alien whispered. They cannot just forbid us. They can, replied the shadowy figure calmly. And they must. Humans have proven dangerous, unpredictable, too clever to be underestimated. This is not a punishment, it is a precaution. Whispers spread through the hall like wildfire. Some aliens argued, some plotted, and some simply stared at Earth's image, unable to believe what they were seeing. One alien even muttered, what if this species rises even higher? What if they challenge the council itself? The council remained silent for a moment, the weight of the decision settling over everyone like a heavy cloak. For the first time in thousands of years, fear had crept into the hearts of the galaxy's most powerful beings. Outside the hall, messengers hurried to their fleets. Plans were being changed. Scouts were recalled. Every alien empire began to whisper behind closed doors. Humans, this tiny planet of humans, had suddenly become the most dangerous force in the galaxy. But back in the council hall, one thought lingered in every mind. Could a species so small, so seemingly insignificant, really challenge the entire galaxy? Could humans, with their short history and fragile bodies, rise to stand against the might of thousands of worlds? The holographic image of Earth rotated slowly. Oceans shimmered in blue and green, clouds twisted in white, and tiny cities sparkled like stars on its surface. To the aliens, it seemed harmless. Weak. Ordinary. Yet somehow, terrifying. The shadowy figure at the head of the council stood. Its eyes glowed brighter than ever. From this day forward, it said, its voice low and commanding, Earth is forbidden. Any who violate this decree will face consequences unlike any the galaxy has ever seen. We will watch, and we will wait. But make no mistake, the humans are not to be underestimated. The room went dark, the holographic image fading. Silence returned, heavier than before. Every alien leader left with the same thought, humanity is rising. And no one knows what they will do next. The council had spoken. The galaxy had been warned. But on Earth, no one knew yet. And that was the scariest part of all. Far below the stars, on Earth, life seemed ordinary. Cities buzzed with activity, people moved about their days, unaware that the galaxy's most powerful empires had just declared their planet forbidden. But deep underground, in massive secret shipyards, humans were preparing. The fleet was unlike anything the galaxy had seen. Sleek, silver ships lined enormous hangars. Their surfaces shimmered with advanced energy fields, almost invisible to alien sensors. Engineers rushed between ships, checking systems, while scientists monitored glowing holographic displays. Every ship, every weapon, every shield had been carefully crafted in secret. Admiral Kale, the leader of the fleet, walked through the hangar with a calm, determined stride. His uniform was simple, yet his presence commanded attention. He stopped in front of a massive warship, its hull polished to perfection. "Status report," he asked. "All ships are operational, Admiral," replied a young officer. "Weapons are ready. Shields are stable. The fleet is fully prepared to move on your command." Kale nodded, his eyes scanning the massive room. "Good. The galaxy believes we are weak. They think Earth is just a small planet. Let's show them, they are wrong." In another room, scientists worked feverishly. They adjusted energy cores, calibrated weapons, and tested systems. A large hologram of the galaxy hovered in the center, red dots marking alien fleets. Small blue dots represented Earth's ships. The humans had fewer numbers, but they had something the galaxy did not: intelligence, strategy, and courage. "This is it," whispered one scientist to another. "We've built the most advanced fleet in the galaxy, and they don't even know it." Kale turned to the fleet captain beside him. "We move at dawn. Stealth protocols first. No alien sensors can detect us. Then, we strike only if necessary. Our goal is simple: protect Earth. Nothing more. Nothing less." The hangar doors opened, revealing the stars outside. One by one, ships lifted off, engines glowing softly, disappearing into the darkness. The humans moved silently, like shadows across the galaxy. Meanwhile, alien scouts at the edge of Terran space were reporting strange activity. Energy signatures detected, but no fleet, one reported. "Are they hiding something?" Back on Earth, Kale stood on the bridge of his flagship, staring at the stars. His voice was calm, but his words carried weight. "Let them come. Let them see. We do not fear them. We do not bow. Humanity stands united, and we will not fail." Hours passed. The fleet moved closer to the outer territories, invisible to the galaxy's sensors. Every pilot knew the stakes. If they were discovered too early, the Council might send a fleet hundreds of times larger. But the humans had patience. They had planning. They had courage. A young pilot glanced at the holographic map. "Admiral, the scouts, they are moving toward the outer rim. They might detect us soon." Kale smiled faintly. "Let them try. Let them come closer. The galaxy will learn a lesson, the hard way." Suddenly, alarms blared across the flagship. Red lights flashed. The fleet braced for action. A small alien ship emerged from hyperspace, scouting near Terran borders. Its sensors should have picked up the human fleet, but it did not. The human fleet waited silently. When the alien ship approached dangerously close, a single pulse of energy disabled its engines. The ship drifted helplessly, unable to send a warning. Its crew stared in disbelief. Humans, small, fragile humans, had outsmarted them. Kale spoke calmly over the ship's communication channels. You were warned. Do not enter Terran space. Return to your council and tell them, humanity is not weak. The alien crew had no words. Fear spread through their minds as they realized the humans' fleet was not ordinary. It was clever, fast, and deadly in ways the council had not anticipated. Back on Earth, the fleet regrouped in deep space. Engineers checked the ships again. Pilots rested. Scientists reviewed the data from the encounter. Every human knew the galaxy was watching, but no one felt fear. Only determination. Kale gazed at the stars. The council thinks they control the galaxy. They think they know fear. But they have never met humans. And they will soon learn, we do not bow. We do not surrender. We do not stop. As the human fleet disappeared into the shadows of space, the alien scout limped back to the council. Its report was simple, yet terrifying. Humans, they are ready. They are stronger than we imagined. Terran space is forbidden. The council would debate, plan, and argue. But one thing was certain, the humans were no longer a small, weak species. They were a rising force. A force the galaxy could not ignore. And in the heart of Earth's fleet, Admiral Kale smiled. Humanity had taken its first step into the stars. And the galaxy would never be the same again. The human fleet moved silently along the edge of Terran space. Stars streaked past their viewports, but no one spoke. Every pilot, every officer, knew that this moment could change everything. They were about to meet the aliens, up close. On the outskirts of their territory, a small alien scouting ship appeared. Its hull shimmered with strange energy, and its crew stared at the radar screens in disbelief. Unusual activity detected, the alien captain said, voice trembling. Sensors cannot detect the full fleet. What is Earth hiding? The human fleet remained hidden. Admiral Kale studied the approaching scout. He knew the alien ship expected to find nothing. But humans had a surprise waiting. Prepare the pulse shield, Kale commanded calmly. When they get close, disable their engines. No shots fired, yet. Let them realize we are not ordinary. The alien scout drifted closer, unaware of the trap. Its crew laughed nervously. This planet is tiny. They cannot hide so many ships, can they? Suddenly, the fleet activated the pulse. A wave of energy surged outward. The alien ship's engines sputtered, then shut down completely. Panic erupted on board. The small crew scrambled, trying to send a warning, but it was too late. Kale's voice echoed over the communication channel. You were warned. Terran space is forbidden. Leave immediately and report back to your council. The aliens stared in shock. They had never met a species that could immobilize a ship without firing a single shot. Fear crept into their minds. This tiny planet, these humans, they were not weak. They were clever. Dangerous. Meanwhile, back on the human flagship, scientists monitored the alien ship. They're terrified, one whispered. We haven't even shown them our full strength yet. Kale nodded. Exactly. Let them think this is all we have. The council will underestimate us. That is their greatest mistake. As the scout began to retreat, it sent a final transmission to the council. Human fleet detected. Terran defenses far stronger than reported. Proceed with caution. Do not underestimate. The human fleet watched silently as the alien ship disappeared into the darkness. For the first time, the aliens realized that Earth was not a minor planet. It was a fortress. A power that could not be ignored. Back on the council, whispers turned into panic. They have weapons. Beyond imagination, one alien cried. How can a single planet defend itself like this? Another alien, covered in metallic scales, clenched its claws. This is impossible. They are primitive. They should not be able to do this. But the council knew the truth. Humans were unpredictable. Humans were fearless. And now, humans were ready. On Earth, the fleet regrouped. Pilots checked their systems. Engineers ran final scans. Scientists analyzed the alien technology they had captured. Everyone knew the galaxy was watching. But instead of fear, there was confidence. Kale walked along the bridge. They expected weakness. They expected fear. But humans do not bow. Humans do not surrender. Humans do not run. A young officer looked up at him. "Sir, what if the Council sends their main fleet?" Kale smiled faintly. "Then we will be ready. We will show the galaxy why humanity must be respected. We are not just defending Earth. We are defending the future." As the human fleet returned to the shadows, the alien scout limped back to the council hall. Its report was short, simple, and terrifying. "Humans, they are clever. They are ready. They will not be easy to defeat. Terran space is forbidden." The council debated late into the galactic night. Strategies were drafted, fleets repositioned. Every empire understood one thing clearly: Earth was no longer a small, insignificant planet. It was a force that could challenge the might of the galaxy itself. And on Earth, Admiral Kale gazed at the stars. "This is only the beginning," he whispered. "The galaxy will learn. Humans do not bow. Humans do not fear. Humans do not lose." And for the first time, the humans of Earth were not just defenders. They were a warning. Far away in the heart of the galaxy, the council hall buzzed with tension. Alien leaders shouted, argued, and gestured wildly. Their glowing eyes flashed with fear and anger. No one had ever seen the council so divided. "The humans have tricks we cannot understand," cried a tall, four-armed alien. "They are primitive. How can a single planet hold such power?" A shorter, shimmering alien hissed. "Our scouts reported their fleet. Their technology, their tactics, it is clever. Too clever. We underestimated them. Terran space is forbidden, but what if they defy us anyway?" From the shadowy throne at the center of the hall, the council leader spoke. Its voice rumbled like distant thunder, silencing the room. "Enough." The room fell quiet. Every alien leader waited, tense and nervous. "The humans have grown," the leader continued slowly. "They are no longer a minor threat. If any empire violates the Terran boundary, they will face consequences unlike anything the galaxy has ever seen. We do not yet attack. We observe. We wait. But mark my words, underestimating them will be our doom." Some aliens shook their heads in disbelief. "Doom? They are tiny. They cannot possibly defeat us." "Tiny," the leader said, its glowing eyes narrowing. "They have already outsmarted our scouts. They immobilized our ships without firing a single shot. They have proven cunning, strength, and courage. Their minds are as dangerous as their weapons." The council murmured. A few aliens argued that they should strike immediately. Others warned that a full invasion could fail. Fear hung in the air, thick and heavy. "Every empire must reconsider its strategy," said a scaly alien with metallic plates on its arms. "If we attack, we risk losing thousands of ships, and hundreds of worlds could fall." The council debated for hours. Some proposed secret fleets to scout Earth further. Others suggested covert attacks on supply lines. But deep down, everyone knew one truth: humanity was no longer predictable. Humanity could not be controlled. Humanity must be feared. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the human fleet had returned to its hidden stations. Engineers repaired minor damage. Pilots rested, but alertness never left their eyes. Scientists studied the alien scout they had captured. Every human knew the council was watching, planning, and worrying. "Do you think they will attack?" asked a young officer, his voice tinged with worry. Admiral Kale smiled faintly. "They will try. But they will fail. Humans fight with courage, not fear. They fight with intelligence, not panic. They fight for their home, their planet, and their future." Back in the council hall, a scout returned with more news. "The humans are preparing. Their fleet, it is growing. They are united. Their defenses are stronger than we imagined." Panic rippled through the room. One alien slammed a claw on the table. "This is impossible. We have ruled the galaxy for thousands of years. How can one planet defy us?" The council leader's voice was calm, terrifyingly calm. Because they are humans. They do not obey rules that others follow. They do not fear powers that others fear. And now, we have been warned. The galaxy will soon see what happens when humans are challenged. Aliens whispered, plotting, scheming, trying to understand this species they had dismissed for centuries. Fear mixed with curiosity. Respect mixed with anxiety. And through it all, the council knew one undeniable truth: humans were rising. Outside the hall, fleets of thousands of alien ships moved slowly toward Terran space. They were powerful, advanced, and deadly. Yet none dared to cross the invisible boundary fully. Every commander remembered the warning: Earth is forbidden. Any violation could end in disaster. Back on Earth, Admiral Kale stood on the flagship bridge, looking at the stars. "The galaxy fears us," he said quietly. "But they do not yet know the full strength of humanity. Let them plan. Let them wait. Let them fear. We will show them, when the time comes, humans do not surrender." And in the council hall, leaders debated late into the galactic night. Every alien knew it: the humans of Earth had become the galaxy's greatest unknown threat. The warning had been issued. The council had reacted. But the humans had already planned the next move. The galaxy was about to witness the rise of a species no one could predict. The darkness of space stretched endlessly, dotted with distant stars. At the outer edge of Terran space, the human fleet waited in silence. Every pilot knew the stakes. Beyond the invisible border, the Council's elite fleet was moving fast, unaware of the trap that awaited them. On the human flagship, Admiral Kale stood tall, his eyes fixed on the radar screens. "Stay calm," he commanded. "We do not attack first. We defend. But if they cross the line, they will regret it." Sensors beeped. Red dots appeared on the display. Alien ships, hundreds of them, sleek and massive, were approaching. Their confidence was clear: they expected an easy victory. They believed humans were weak, unprepared, and small. They were wrong. The first alien ship crossed the invisible boundary. A pulse of energy shot from the human fleet, disabling its engines. It floated helplessly, sparks flying. The alien crew panicked. "What is this? How can a single planet do this?" Kale's voice came over the fleet's communication channel. Calm, commanding, and full of authority. "Terran space is forbidden. Leave now, or face the consequences." The alien fleet hesitated. Some ships tried to retreat, but others pressed forward, arrogance and fear mixing in their minds. They underestimated the humans. Then the battle began. Humans moved with precision. Ships darted like lightning between asteroids. Energy beams streaked through space, hitting alien ships with accuracy the Council never imagined. Shields shimmered, absorbing attacks. Alien weapons hit nothing but empty space. Every move humans made was clever, unexpected, and terrifying to the invaders. On one small human fighter, a young pilot grinned as he dodged a laser blast. "They can't hit us," he shouted. "Their weapons are slow." A massive alien cruiser fired at a group of human ships, expecting easy destruction. Instead, the humans split into multiple formations, surrounding the cruiser from every side. Energy pulses hit the alien ship's engines, and it spiraled out of control, powerless. Back on the flagship, Kale watched with quiet satisfaction. "They thought they could intimidate us," he said softly. "They thought fear would work. But humans, we fight with courage and brains. Not fear." The alien fleet, shocked and confused, began to retreat. Their pilots shouted orders, but chaos had taken over. Ships collided, weapons misfired, and for the first time in generations, the Council's elite forces faced real failure. Sensors picked up multiple alien escape pods drifting in space. Humans had not aimed to kill, they had shown strength, strategy, and control. The message was clear: Earth would defend itself, and no empire, no matter how large, would easily conquer it. Kale turned to his officers. "Hold your positions. Monitor their retreat. They will tell the Council exactly what we are capable of. This is only the beginning." The young pilot, still smiling, asked, "Sir, do you think they will come back?" Kale's eyes narrowed, his voice calm but firm. They will. But they will think twice before crossing Terran space again. Humans are not just survivors. Humans are warriors. And the galaxy will remember that. Meanwhile, the Council received the reports. Panic spread like wildfire. Impossible, cried a tall alien commander. How could one planet defeat hundreds of our ships? A shimmering alien with claws clenched in anger said, "They are clever, far too clever. We must rethink everything. Earth, they are not weak." Back on Earth, the fleet regrouped. Engineers repaired minor damages. Pilots shared stories of dodging attacks, outsmarting alien tactics, and capturing enemy technology. Scientists analyzed every piece of data, preparing for the Council's next move. Kale gazed at the stars. The Council believes they control the galaxy. They believe humans can be ignored. They are learning, slowly, painfully. But humanity will not stop. And the galaxy will never forget this day. The stars were quiet now, but the echoes of the skirmish spread across space. Alien empires whispered in fear. The humans had made their first mark. Terran space was protected. And the galaxy was beginning to understand that a small, fragile planet could stand against the might of thousands of worlds. For the humans, it was more than a victory. It was a message. One that no alien would ever forget. Earth fights back, and it fights smart. Far beyond Earth's atmosphere, in the quiet shadows of space, an alien ship moved silently. Unlike the large fleets that had been defeated at the edge of Terran space, this one was small, almost invisible. Its mission was simple: observe, report, and learn. The Council had sent a spy, a master of disguise, to Earth itself. The spy's ship entered Earth's orbit under a cloak of invisibility. On board, the alien disguised itself as a human, using advanced holographic technology. Its goal: blend in, understand humanity, and report weaknesses back to the Council. The alien landed in a quiet city. Humans moved around, unaware of the stranger among them. Cars honked. Children laughed. Life continued, ordinary and calm. The alien's glowing eyes, hidden behind human disguise, scanned everything. It had expected chaos, primitive behavior, weakness. But what it saw shocked it. Humans worked together, helping each other. Communities supported those in need. Children laughed freely, and adults smiled despite challenges. There was creativity, courage, and determination in every action. The alien visited factories, schools, and fleet command centers. It watched humans plan strategies, build technologies, and train pilots. Every human action was precise, intelligent, and united. The spy's mind could barely comprehend it. How could such a small species accomplish so much? In the command center of the human fleet, Admiral Kale walked among his officers, reviewing plans. The spy observed silently, noting every detail: strategy boards, energy weapons, and training simulations. Humans were not only strong, they were clever, adaptable, and fearless. At one point, a young officer explained a new defensive system to Kale. The alien listened, stunned by their ingenuity. No species this small should be able to think like this, it whispered to itself. The spy wandered through Earth cities, seeing not just technology, but culture. Humans had art, music, and science that flourished together. They celebrated victories, learned from failures, and remained united even under threat. The alien realized this. Humanity's strength was not just in weapons, it was in its people. At night, the alien returned to its ship. Its report to the Council would not be simple. Humanity was clever, fearless, and united. They were ready for whatever the galaxy could throw at them. But it had to test one last thing. A human fleet exercise began in a vast desert, ships taking off and landing with precision. Humans executed complex maneuvers, dodged obstacles, and simulated battles against invisible foes. The aliens' eyes widened. No species in the galaxy had ever displayed such coordination and courage under pressure. Finally, the alien sent its report back to the Council. Humans, stronger than imagined. Intelligence, strategy, courage, unmatched. Terran space is defended. They are ready. Do not underestimate. They cannot be controlled. Back in the council hall, leaders read the report. Panic spread. Whispers turned into cries of fear. "This is impossible," one shouted. "A single planet, defeating fleets, outsmarting spies, uniting like this." The council leaders' eyes glowed. "This is why they are forbidden. This is why we cannot challenge them lightly. Humans, they are more than a species. They are a force." Meanwhile, on Earth, Admiral Kale stood on the bridge of the flagship, unaware of the spies' presence. "Let them watch," he said calmly. "Let them see humanity's strength. When the time comes, the galaxy will learn that humans do not bow. Humans do not surrender. Humans do not fear." The alien spy, now back in orbit, looked down at the planet. Fear mixed with awe. Humans had not even fought the full council yet. But already, they had shown a power no alien could ignore. And in the shadows of space, one truth became clear: the galaxy had underestimated humans. Terran space was defended. The humans were ready. Far beyond Earth, the Galactic Council convened in a storm of panic. Reports from the spy had reached every corner of the hall. The humans were clever, united, and fearless. Every empire present felt the weight of their growing power. "We underestimated them," hissed a scaly alien, claws digging into the table. "They outsmarted our scouts. They crippled our ships. They cannot be ignored." Another alien, tall and metallic, leaned forward. "We must act. If we wait, they will only grow stronger. I propose a full invasion of Terran space. Strike hard, strike fast." Whispers filled the chamber. Some argued the humans were dangerous but not yet a real threat. Others warned that any attack could fail catastrophically. The tension was so thick, it felt like it could crush the room. The council leader rose, its massive form casting shadows over the assembly. "We have deliberated enough," it said, voice low and powerful. "The humans have proven themselves. They are clever, fearless, united. A full invasion is risky, but necessary. We will send our fleets, our most powerful ships. Terran space must be tested." Meanwhile, on Earth, Admiral Kale received the first alerts of the incoming fleets. The radar screens glowed red with alien ships moving fast, approaching Terran space. The fleet was ready, but the stakes were higher than ever. "Sir, hundreds of ships are coming," a young officer said, her voice tense. "They mean to invade." Kale's expression was calm, but his eyes burned with determination. "Let them come. They will see what humans are capable of. Prepare all defenses. Activate stealth protocols. And remember, humanity fights with courage, not fear. We do not surrender." The engineers worked tirelessly, adjusting shields, repairing engines, and calibrating weapons. Pilots ran final simulations, studying every alien tactic. Every human knew this could be the greatest challenge they had ever faced. In the council hall, fleets were positioned for the assault. Alien commanders barked orders, their faces tense with worry. For the first time, centuries of dominance felt fragile. One mistake, one clever human strategy, could destroy thousands of ships and countless lives. The spy returned briefly to the council with additional insights. Humans are more organized than predicted. Their fleets move with precision. Their people fight with courage. Any attack will not be simple. The council murmured. Fear was spreading. Yet the leader's voice rang out, "We will strike. Terran space will be tested. The humans will not know what hits them." Back on Earth, Kale walked along the flagship bridge. Pilots were in their seats, engineers ready, weapons systems online. He gazed at the stars, knowing the council would soon realize a truth they could not ignore: humans are not a species to fear lightly. "Prepare the fleet for engagement," Kale commanded. "We are ready. Let them come. The galaxy will see that Earth does not bow. Earth does not surrender. Earth does not lose." The first alien scouts approached, probing defenses, testing reactions. Humans responded with precision, outmaneuvering every attack. Every small encounter, every maneuver, sent a clear message: Earth fights smart, fast, and without fear. In the council hall, leaders began to realize their mistake. One alien whispered, trembling, "We thought we could overwhelm them. We thought this would be easy, but they are ready, and we are not prepared." The stage was set. Hundreds of alien ships moved closer to Terran space. Hundreds of humans prepared to defend their home. The galaxy held its breath. The battle for the stars was about to reach its breaking point. And somewhere on Earth, Kale stood on the bridge, calm as ever. "This is only the beginning," he said quietly. "When the galaxy tests humanity, it will learn a lesson it will never forget." The stars burned cold and distant as hundreds of alien ships loomed at the edge of Terran space. Red lights flashed across the human fleet. Every pilot, every soldier, every officer waited in tense silence. This was it, the moment the galaxy would witness the courage of a small blue planet. On the flagship, Admiral Kale's calm eyes scanned the enemy. "They think fear will make us surrender," he said softly. "They are about to learn that humans do not bow. Humans do not flee. Humans do not lose." The first alien ships crossed the boundary, weapons charged and confident. But humans moved faster, smarter, and sharper. Energy pulses streaked through space, intercepting incoming fire with precision. Alien beams struck nothing but empty void. A young pilot shouted over the comms, "They can't hit us. They're too slow." Kale smiled faintly. "Good. Keep them guessing." The battle escalated. Alien cruisers tried to surround the human fleet, but humans split into multiple formations, striking from angles no alien commander could predict. One by one, alien ships faltered under unexpected tactics. Shields overloaded. Engines failed. Panic spread through the enemy fleet. The Council on their distant throne worlds watched in disbelief. "Impossible," cried a towering alien. "A single planet, holding against our entire fleet." Another alien hissed, claws trembling. "They are clever, too clever. We underestimated them, and now we are paying the price." Back in Terran space, Kale gave precise commands. "Target their engines, disable their weapons, and capture what we can. We fight smart. We fight together. We fight for Earth." Alien ships began to retreat, but some tried one last desperate attack. Human fighters dodged with lightning speed, striking key points of the alien vessels. The aliens had never faced opponents like this: small, fragile humans outmaneuvering their largest fleets. Finally, the enemy commander realized defeat. Hundreds of alien ships turned away, retreating in chaos. Escape pods drifted into space, carrying shaken crews who had never known fear like this before. Humanity had not just defended their planet, they had sent a clear warning: Earth was a force to be reckoned with. The council hall went silent. Fear and disbelief filled every corner. One alien whispered, trembling, "This is impossible. One planet, defeated fleets of thousands. How?" Kale watched the retreating fleet from the flagship bridge. "They learned nothing," he said calmly. "The galaxy still underestimates humans. But they will remember this day. And next time, they will think twice before challenging us." Across Earth, humans celebrated quietly. Not for victory alone, but for survival, for courage, for the strength of unity. Engineers, pilots, scientists, and soldiers all knew the galaxy had seen something it had never expected. A small planet, united and fearless, could stand against the mightiest powers in the stars. A young officer approached Kale. "Sir, they won't return, right?" Kale's eyes glowed with determination. "They will. But we will be ready. And when the galaxy learns that humans do not surrender, do not bow, and do not fear, they will respect us. They will remember us. Humanity has just begun." The stars above Terran space glimmered, silent witnesses to the courage of a single species. The humans had defied the galaxy. They had shown that even the smallest planet could change the course of history. And somewhere, in the shadows of distant worlds, the council whispered one final truth: humanity is not to be underestimated. Terran space is defended. And the galaxy will never forget the rise of humans. The battle was over, but the story of humanity's courage had only just begun.